Hello, boys, babes, and all of you beans in between. Welcome back. What is up? How are you? And I hope you are having a lovely day. And if you're not, well, let's fix that. Hi, welcome back. We are busy. It has been a little bit of work since I actually started recording. I've been doing a lot of off-screen grinding, courtesy of all of the shulker boxes full of miscellaneous items that are going into a build we're getting done today. However, oxidizing copper is one of the most painful things I have ever done. And I say that because I oxidized a bunch of copper, thinking, oh yeah, no, I can craft the create mod types of copper using regular copper once it's oxidized. No, it has to be sheets. This stinking stuff has to be crafted using sheets. Mind you, significantly cheaper than regular copper crafting. So not complaining on that end. But I had already oxidized enough copper to craft this stuff, at least I had thought so, with with regular copper. And it turns out I in fact had the wrong type of copper. So we had to restart all of that and suffer our way through it as it finishes up oxidizing what I am hoping is enough of all of these blocks that I will be able to get this build done. Because boy, howdy, has it been a lovely close to 6 to 8 hours of getting all of these materials gathered, sorted, oxidized, grown. Those blocks are super cool. They are an absolute pain in the butt to farm though, because I want this specific thing. But you only get like 7 or 8 on a good day of the stems from those things to craft these, and you need 4 for each. And I didn't need a ton of them, but it is a pain. It is an absolute pain. So yeah, they're really cute down there though, which I really love the way they look. I may just leave them there instead of farming them a ton. But farming all of this has been a pain because I wanted to use mostly non-mod or non-vanilla blocks for this build, which I have very much succeeded. The only vanilla blocks that are in this build are not in this chest, not in that. Wait, yes, this chest. These oxidized cut copper slabs and polished deep slate. Everything else, as far as I am aware, are modded blocks. I have some like extra stuff floating through here that isn't modded in particular, just for the sake of having extra when I get over there if I need to craft it. But everything else has been modded blocks, like the extra andesites in case I didn't craft enough. But I am slowly losing my mind from all of this because I decided all modded blocks were necessary. And I think the worst ones to get farmed up were these guys because I could not figure out for the life of me how to plant them. You would think if it's a vine that it hangs from the ceiling, but in fact it grows from the ground and does not grow without bone meal. So I had to set up a little area right here to farm it. It was quite the pain. But once this oxidizing is done, once this copper oxidation process is done, we will be moving over to our new area to get started on some major build projects. Mind you, this build we're working on is not going to be the finalized version of the build, but it is the start, so we can get some other builds started over there. But I cannot wait to show y'all it once we get over there, so I will bring y'all back once we're done oxidizing all of this monstrosity. Alrighty, so this thing in front of you is not the actual build. This is not what it will, okay, it's what it will look like in the end, but this is actually a schematic. You can see the box that I am currently holding is what currently denotes where it is. We need to actually adjust this just a bit. So I need to, hold on, I don't remember the controls for this. Control tells me controls. Opening, yep, okay, cool. So I believe, nope, that doesn't do that. Alt control tells me how to get here, okay. Now I believe holding control scroll, yep, I want to pull it out further just a little, and then I would like to go look at it from back here to make sure it's not too squished up against this face, because we can see the bottom down here, and I'd rather have it just a little bit off the bottom of the ocean floor and have to come in and fix that than it be too close to everything and losing some of the design that I put into it. Right here, that's fine. It's not losing too much, but we can also just go ahead and hold this and scoot it forward a little bit more. But the concept for this design, that works perfect for me, and that gives me plenty of space up here to finish that. But the concept behind this design is to actually be a skyship port/dock location. Let's get up in the air. This is the first section of it. We're going to have another section or 2 or 3, and these airships are going to hold the majority of our farms that aren't going to have to be like massive. But I want to be able to connect it to this area back here so that then we can have trains that come off of it and move over into whatever areas we are living in around this savanna and have access to whatever we need around here. I think, honestly, this design is super cool. I love it. It definitely opens up the option of a very elven-style city up here above us. And down below, we have these massive, and I mean massive, cave systems that I would love to see used for some sort of dwarven city to contrast it. Because just inside here is the primary cave system that I have been looking at. It is absolutely gorgeous. Can't see it too terribly well, but it does dive all the way down to quite deep slate area, and it is gorgeous and gives us plenty of space to do something underground, which I really hope that we can get around to doing, because it would be so cool to have something countering an elven city up here in the mountains. But yeah, so we're going to get this thing printing so that we have a nice big elven style build for a really cool looking airship dock, in my opinion. So let me get down here and find somewhere I can establish that, and then I'll show y'all it once it's all printed out. Unfortunately, in the process of printing this thing to create a replay mod for it, my internet crashed and absolutely messed up the first chunk of the replay mod. So here's the latter half. It's still most of it, but it's not the whole thing. It is finished. At least this chunk of it is. The printed that I set up for it to print is finished. It is a thing. It is assembled. It feels so much more massive when I'm not flying around in creative. But I think it looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, the cannon didn't register it's done because when I copied the schematic, there was a bat flying around and it wouldn't finish printing until it had a bat spawn egg, and I couldn't give it that, and it didn't understand why. But we have a finished, finalized, lovely monstrosity of a creation that I think looks pretty snazzy. However, obviously this isn't done. We're going to continue the dock out this way so we can fit more than just 2 ships on this. Because with this current design shape, this would be one ship section here, and then another ship just over here. Mind you, these ships are not going to look like they belong at this dock. They are going to look like they came from near and far, and all sorts of strange places that obviously do not match this dock. One of them is a ship that I designed a while back, but I would like to make a system so that it looks like it can latch onto and hold the ship up. Now, I'm not going to make it so that it's prepared for the current ship, but we're going to make something so that it can look like it is grasping on to, or is able to grasp onto a ship. So I had to find the middle. We'll use the copper ore to mark it for now. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. There will be a middle point, which is good. No, that's not good. My boat's an even number. This is a problem. Okay, we're going to go with 16 for now. And when I go to... Oh, it's going to be off center. It's fine. 16 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That will be the point we build from. Yeah, it looks about right. I will figure out how to align the next section of the dock so that does not interfere with anything. But I'm going to fidget around and play with a possible design for some sort of clamp for the boat to attach to, so that we can also build some sort of system to unload onto some sort of train track here, so that anything that's being produced on these ships can be brought out and taken elsewhere. So I'm going to figure that out, and I'll bring y'all back once I do. Alrighty, it's by no means the prettiest thing in the world, but I think it will definitely do the trick for the visual I'm looking for it to give. It is this awkward little U shape that's gonna hopefully hold the front of my ship in place. It might have to adapt it once I get the boat out here, but I think it looks pretty good overall. Hopefully it looks good once the ship's in place, but I like it. I think I kept it pretty close to color scheme for the sake of not ruining my color scheme, because we did a lot of color matching in terms of transitioning everything around here into the colors we got. But I think it looks pretty good. I do know there's one thing missing that I will eventually fix. I just don't have the materials on me, and that is it's missing 2 of my mushroom trapdoors up here on the higher levels, because when I cropped it to copy the schematic, I cut them out on accident. It's the same on the back, on both of them, and on the other side of that one. But we did it! I love this thing so much. I'm honestly very proud of it. I need to spawn proof that. We'll get to that. I at least put a torch down here. We'll have to look into some other lighting options. And up, because I don't need to be coming into land here and look at it, and then suddenly it starts raining, or it starts raining creepers. I put some up there before we sealed that area off. Yeah, no, I don't like the idea of creepers being on my build. Creepers in particular. Everything else I can live with. Creepers are a problem. Hit. And up. And the side. That's close enough. But yeah, I like it. It ain't too fancy. It definitely looks futuristic and elven fantasy at the same time, so I'll take it. Once again, though, the goal is to take this and bridge it down to over there, and hopefully have a train coming down the center in addition to some sort of unloading mechanism that will take off whatever materials I am producing on the ship and send it to wherever it needs to go out here. Unfortunately, you can't see much from over here, but the hope is to bring a train track along here, over across this gap, and into whatever city or functioning space we have either up on the mountain or down here. But I love it. It's so cute. I'm going to see what else we can knock out for the day, though, including cleaning up my messes. But I am so proud of how this came out, and I'm very glad I decided to go with this color scheme because it looks really cute. Less cute, more slightly, not ominous, threatening in an opulent way, but I like it. So I'm going to get this mess down here cleaned up, and I will bring y'all back in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I had mentioned that I wanted to work in a train system at some level over there. The problem is I know nothing about trains. The one thing I do know from a little bit of research I've been doing in this lovely menu is that this thing has to have hands to make it happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and build some sort of contraption over here so that we can make a whole bunch of the rails, because I don't know exactly how they work, how many we're going to need. I'm guessing a lot, and luckily it doesn't look like it's terribly expensive to make, so we can try and knock it out with some of this stuff. But before I can do any of that, I do need to have some sort of power here, because we don't have any sort of power over here to work or create things, and I don't want to hand crank it. That's a lot of work. So I'm going to get to putting in some sort of little bitty powering mechanism over here to try and give us a location and a place and ability to actually put together some of our crate components that we're going to be needing for further down the line. So let's get to it. I'm going to hopefully get this rain to stop, and then we will be well on our way to make some sort of windmill that's not permanent, but it's going to be temporary enough to get some stuff knocked out and ready to go. Alrighty, we got some sort of smaller windmill system here. We have a conveyor belt where I'm going to want the conveyor belt to sit. Now, we just need the rest of the materials. So, the first thing we're going to be needing is one of these pokey guys, which I don't have the hand for. That's what I forgot to bring with us. I don't think I have any brass over here. I'm going to have to go back and get that, but we'll get back to that once we get all of this moving. We have the material for it. We need to grab these, some of those, and I believe, yes, perfect. That gives us those. In this, we also have some of these. So, I would like to, have it so that it can pull stuff off of, okay, so first things first, we're gonna need that there. Can I give back? Give back. Thank you. But I think this is gonna have to be a little lower so that we can have it drop into here. Let's just terraform this again. I did already do a bunch of terraforming, so I had the space to work. Apparently my inventory is full. Get lost. Oh, nope. Get lost. Okay. So, we need one of these. We'll make a chest for it in a little bit. We need one of those. That should work. We're gonna need one of these here so that it, oh, nope. Don't press shift while doing that. One of those there, so it can send power that way. And then we need to come down to one of these, rotate that, and throw in one of those. Boom! Working. Conveyor belt. Oh. Let's toss one of those on there. Make sure it's going to spit it out correctly. And then that would get us right on the right direction. To make sure we can put, it needs a hand, and a stamper. I think the stampers can go straight onto these. I'm not confident, but I will need to go get the supplies for that. I also forgot to put a chest down here, so let's Let's do a barrel, because a barrel would work just as fine. Let's put some things we're not using actively away. Let's do that. Can I craft? I cannot craft a barrel currently. Do that. 1, 2, and whoop. Those. Perfection. Is it stuck? I don't think I did this right then. Do I even have to have this? I do need to have that. Let's do it like, place that there. Grab that. Put this back onto here. And then put our barrel back. That should work. Once again, quick check. Whoop, forgot to take this off. Perfect. That is exactly what we want to see. Awesome. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of that. Whoop. Good. Okay, so now I gotta get the other components on here. So let me get those crafted, which I have to all be back for, and then we'll see if we can get this to work correctly. Alrighty, we got the pieces we need. Let's go ahead and craft this all up. What do I need? I need casings. That's the first thing I need. Let's set some stuff aside. That should give us everything. I need one of those. And then I need... Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing for my little pokey dude? I am missing the red lights. The red lights are right there. Perfect. And then I need 2 of these. Okay. So, let's see. It makes sense really quick to go ahead and get them in the position I want them to be in, which would be right there. Oh, no, this is in the wrong order. Telephone. Let's put that there. Next one there. I can fix what they look like in a minute. That one's fine. There we go. No, come on. Rotate. Not quite. Aha. Okay, so I need you to not be that. Don't be that. There we go. Okay, so I think the problem we're gonna run into is I don't know how to auto load these things. I can figure that out. But let's rotate, not like that. Like, why are we having this issue? There we go. Okay, and then we need one of those, and one of these. Nope, yes, these. And then, whoop, I need to stop crouching when I do that. Rotate. Okay, so I believe I just need to put one of, hey, take that. Oh, I gave them all of it. Okay. You also get, take my collection, please. Okay, while that, wait on that, let's do this. Come on. I should have waited or not done it when I was running. It's fine. Take this. Take. Haha. So, let's make sure this works. Is this working? Is this what I wanted it to do? It is. Oh, let's see. And then it gets to get smashed. Oh, it's so slow. No. I'll take it. Did it work? Look at it. Oh, it worked. Hold on. We're gonna set a couple more going. Oop, not what I wanted. Where is my pick? Okay, pick that up. Just gonna throw a couple of these on there. Let them run. But let's see. Look at that. Okay. I don't know how these work, but we have them. Oh, it's at a diagonal. You can place them at a diagonal. Beautiful. I love it. I love everything about this. This is absolutely wonderful. I am not mad. I express nothing but excitement for this monstrosity that I have, in fact, produced. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I didn't think I'd be able to figure out this mod, but apparently it's not as hard as I thought it was. But I'm not complaining. This is awesome. Okay, so soon we will have trains running. Let's see if I can get anything else done and make a bunch of these while I am here. So I'll bring y'all back once we have a handful. Alrighty, we have some train tracks. Some of them kind of goofed up in the process, but I could throw them back on the conveyor belt and fix them as I needed. But the plan with these is to have train tracks that run down the center of this system. Oop, can connect. Awesome. The plan is to run it down here so that we can have a train that comes down the center of this lovely little thing. It's not, mind you, I don't have all of them. I need to get a better iron supply over here. I don't have most of my materials here, so bit of a pain to craft and create when all of my stuff is still on the other side of the ocean. But I love the way that these look on here. It honestly wraps it up enough that it makes it feel like it's going to be functional. It also breaks up the texture. I had initially designed it with the train tracks in it to begin with, so I had kind of just made something up for that center line so that when you were walking along it or looking at the tracks, it wasn't like gross looking underneath of it, because this just looks really cool underneath the tracks, but had not been planning to use it beyond that, so I think it looks pretty nifty. But hopefully before I record next time, I will have transferred much more of my stuff over to here and then have started to assemble just some loose farms here until I start to get the bigger ones that I'm going to need throughout this whole area and ready to use and create and automate a whole new city for me to work in. So I'm going to stop there and tell you guys thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with us. It has been an absolute blast. This port is massive and I cannot wait to continue to expand it because it's going to get so much bigger. But I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for coming, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to have some water and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye now.